Hey. Well, welcome to episode 1. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. As you know, this is episode 1 of the build series of my new studio. So obviously there is a lot that has happened already and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So let's jump right in and we'll see how we got here. Okay, well, about 2 months ago, construction got underway as the site was staked out by the surveyors, then leveled off, although the planning and design phase started well over 6 months prior. But once the site was ready, it was time to get the screw piles in the ground and then start work on the forms for the 3-foot concrete grade beams that the structure will ultimately be built on. Now, in terms of the size of the building here, it's going to be 46 feet by 66 feet. However, the studio isn't that big. It's the smaller space on the right-hand side as we look at it, and it's going to be 30 feet wide by 34 feet deep, meaning it's about 8 feet deeper than my current garage is, and will give me roughly the same amount of usable width as well. As for the extra space in the building, well, there's also going to be a mechanical room in the back right corner, a bathroom, and then the rest is my shop space, which we'll talk about more later in the video. Now, once the grade beams were poured, it only took about another week before the entire structure was framed, and unfortunately I was out of town for a couple days when this happened, so I wasn't able to get any footage of the walls being stood, but I can say that it's always really exciting to see the framing happen, as there's lots of change in a very short amount of time, and you can finally get a sense for what the space is going to look and feel like. So with the studio side of things here, like I mentioned earlier, it's 30 by 34 feet, we'll have 13-foot high ceilings, and we'll have a 12-foot wide by 10-foot tall overhead door to accommodate larger vehicles if needed, and then there's also a window on the front to let some natural light in. Now, a few short days after the walls and roof were up, they had the whole roof sheeted and closed in. Now, shortly after the framing was complete, something really exciting was delivered, and that is the giant 2-compartment drain pit that's going in the floor of the studio. It's a precast 3-foot wide by 5-foot long by 3-foot deep concrete pit, and as I'm sure you can imagine, it is going to hold a ton of mud. I also had this pit coated with the black coating that you can see here, which will offer resistance to any chemicals that end up in it and will extend the life of the pit. And at over 2,200 pounds, it's definitely not going to be an easy task to get this installed. Now, about a week or so went by and the guys were finally able to get back out and start digging a giant hole in the middle of the studio where the pit will be placed. And I gotta say, this was a pretty exciting day for me and really cool to be able to watch this happen firsthand. So the process here is pretty simple. Dig a big hole, and then based on a pre-measurement of where the top of the pit would sit with about 3 inches of slope in the floor from the outside walls, they'll figure out exactly how deep it needs to be so the pit sits at the proper height. Okay, with the hole prepped, it was then time to see if this bobcat was up for the task of lifting this pit, and after a quick check on its lift capacity, which was around 2,500 pounds, they strapped it up and very slowly brought it in. You'll notice he's got the door off the bobcat here so he can see what he's doing better, and then he told me afterwards that this was the sketchiest thing that he'd done all week. So yeah, obviously these guys know what they're doing, but it's not every day they're moving around something this big. All right, well, I figured I'd give you guys a kind of a quick walkthrough of all of the plumbing in the studio here and back in the mechanical room. They've got, as you can see, most of the plumbing rough-in is done. So obviously this is the big pit here. There's 2 compartments under there. You've probably seen it already. And so that's draining out this way. And this is where the sink is going, right? Somewhere in this general vicinity. And that's coming out here, and everything is draining underneath this grade beam here. They had originally thought they were going to have to core through this wall right down here, but thankfully they were able to maintain grade and maintain slope, you know, underneath and go just underneath, so that was easier. Although if you can see, there was a heck of a lot of digging that they had to do. The guys were out here with shovels and pickaxes trying to dig through here and get these pipes in, so they did an excellent job though. And so this is the other side of the wall here where that pipe comes through, and you can see it's running all the way across the shop here. And just on the other side of that wall, I've got a massive 1,500 gallon holding tank. So the pit in the studio is draining into that, and probably need to empty that, I don't know, I'm guessing every month and a half kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, I figured I'd take you around the whole space here and kind of show you what everything, this whole maze of pipes in the floor. So over here, this whole area in here from about here, there'll be a wall going about through here. You can kind of see it is drawn out here where the 2x6 wall is going to be. The water line's coming up through here. And there's going to be a bathroom right kind of in this area here, so it can be drained for the sink and the toilet. And what else do we got in here? Yeah, there's going to be the HRV's going down here. Furnace is going in the corner. And what else do we got here? Yeah, then I think they're going to bring the electrical panel on this interior wall here. Yeah, it's coming along though. It's really it's super exciting to see this much progress happening. And yeah, man, the plumbers had a heck of a job digging through all this dirt. Like I said, they did it all by hand and with a pickaxe. So I know they said once they got down to the native ground that was here, it was really packed in. So I definitely don't envy the work that they had to do, but they did a good job here, and everything's looking real good. And now as a bonus, since we're here and this kind of all ties in right now, I'll give you just a quick tour, I guess, of the shop space. So I've got a nice big shop here too, which will be absolutely fantastic. I have been kind of, obviously working on my garage and trying to live in that garage space, work in that garage space, and have storage for tools and stuff. Man, space runs out real quick, so it will be very nice to have this space here too. So the door is there, studio door here. Yeah, the mechanical room the only access to that is going to be back through the studio door. There'll be an interior wall, and then just around the corner here, right about there, is the bathroom. I'm gonna have a sink here and some cupboards. And then, yeah, like I said, this is where my my holding tank is on the other side of this wall here. It is, like I said, 1,500 gallons. It's a monster. And yeah, so everything's tying into that. Yeah, you can see, you can see just how far down we are right now. A lot of digging, my goodness. And yeah, you guys would be familiar with these pits. I had a couple of these two compartment sump pits put in here as well, just for drainage. Being in Canada, we have, you know, you park a vehicle or you know, quad or something in here that's got snow on it, it's gonna melt and it needs somewhere to go. So that is what these pits are here for. But yeah, I mean, you guys look at the size of this, and then let's go have a quick peek at the size of the one in the studio. She's just a little bit bigger. Just a wee bit bigger. So it's gonna be beautiful because I can actually get a shovel in here. Yeah, this thing is 3 feet deep, 3 feet wide, 5 feet long, and there's gonna be a heck of a lot of water running through here, but it's gonna make my life so much easier. Obviously, this is just here for safety. I'm gonna end up getting a welding shop here in town to basically, you know, make me a grate, or I guess 2 grates, but these sump pits do not come with a grate, so I'll have to have one custom made, but yeah, it's gonna be cool. So yeah, that's kind of just a quick tour of the space and kind of the plumbing roughing anyways. They're probably gonna be back here tomorrow to fill in. I think, actually I don't know if they did their water test on this yet, but they should be back very soon, and they're gonna fill this in. So I kind of wanted to show you guys before that gets filled in, and yeah, I don't know, it's kind of cool. So yeah, lots of change, things are happening. I believe they're gonna be pouring these floors, I wanna say next week. So yeah, not long. It's things are happening. Like I said, I'll be bringing you guys along for the entire ride. Please let me know if you guys are enjoying this type of content, because I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I want to show you guys the entire process, document it all for you, bring you along for the ride. So yeah, you guys like these videos, watch these videos. I will make more. I'll make sure I'm out here all the time as much as I can be. I've been out here probably 2 to 3 times a day. And even just keeping track of everything going on out here is a big job, along with everything else that I've got going on. So, but I'm enjoying it, and I will keep producing this content, keep making these videos, as long as you guys are enjoying watching them. So, but yeah, I think that is gonna wrap up episode 1 of this build series. Episode 2 is probably gonna be the floors. What's gonna happen after floors? Probably they're gonna be getting electrical rough in. I'm gonna have to, once the electrical rough in is done, I'm going to be running a whole pile of speaker wire, Ethernet cables in here for my audio system. I got some cameras that are going up on the outside, and the Ethernet cable for those. Yeah, that's going to wrap things up. Please, if you guys enjoyed this one, smash the thumbs up button. Don't just hit it, smash it. Let me know that you like these videos, you want me to make more. Yeah, I'm excited, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.